Picture this, a vast desert landscape stretching endlessly under the blazing sun, where enormous shapes, some as long as a football field, are etched into the earth. These are the Nazca Lines, just one of the many ancient Peruvian mysteries that have left scientists scratching their heads for decades. But what if I told you this is only the beginning? Hidden deep within the Andes, beneath the ruins of ancient cities, and even in the stories passed down through generations, lie secrets that defy explanation. From massive stone walls that fit together like a puzzle without mortar to strange artifacts that seem to hint at knowledge far beyond their time, ancient Peru is a treasure trove of enigmas. Today, we're diving into 25 of these unsolved mysteries, each one more fascinating than the last. Why were these structures built? How were they constructed with such precision? And what do they tell us about the people who created them? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only uncover these ancient secrets, but also find yourself questioning what we really know about the past. Are you ready to explore the mysteries of ancient Peru? Let's begin. Now, let's take a closer look at the first mystery on our list, the Nazca Lines. Spread across the arid plains of southern Peru, these enormous geoglyphs are nothing short of breathtaking. Some stretch over hundreds of meters, with shapes ranging from simple geometric patterns to intricate depictions of animals, plants, and even human-like figures. The sheer scale of these designs is staggering. Imagine standing on the ground and seeing nothing but dirt and rocks, only to realize that from above, you're surrounded by massive artworks etched into the earth. But here's the thing, the Nazca people created these lines over 2,000 years ago, long before the invention of flight. So, how did they design such precise and massive figures without being able to see them from above? Theories about the purpose of the Nazca Lines are as varied as the designs themselves. Some researchers believe they served as astronomical calendars, aligning with celestial events to mark important dates for agriculture or rituals. Others suggest they were part of a spiritual or religious practice, perhaps pathways for ceremonial processions or offerings to the gods. And then there are the more unconventional ideas. Could these lines have been messages or signals for extraterrestrial beings? While this theory captures the imagination, there's no concrete evidence to support it. What we do know is that the Nazca Lines remain one of the most perplexing archaeological wonders in the world, a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of an ancient civilization. But the mystery doesn't end there. How did the Nazca people create these geoglyphs with such precision? Without modern tools or technology, they managed to carve these designs into the desert floor, removing the top layer of dark pebbles to reveal the lighter soil beneath. The result is a series of lines and shapes that have endured for centuries, defying erosion and the passage of time. As we continue to explore these ancient wonders, one thing is clear: the Nazca Lines are more than just art. They're a window into a world we're still trying to understand. And speaking of precision, our next mystery takes us to the heart of the Andes, where another marvel of ancient engineering awaits, but more on that soon. For now, let's keep unraveling the secrets of the Nazca Lines. What do you think their purpose was? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Now, let's dive deeper into the fascinating construction of the Nazca Lines. Picture this: over 2,000 years ago, the Nazca people began etching these massive designs into the desert floor, using nothing but simple tools and their ingenuity. Without the luxury of modern technology, they managed to create geoglyphs that are not only massive but also incredibly precise. So, how did they do it? The process likely began with careful planning. Researchers believe the Nazca people may have used small-scale models or sketches to map out their designs before scaling them up. Once the layout was decided, they would have removed the top layer of dark, iron-rich pebbles to expose the lighter soil beneath. This contrast is what makes the lines so visible from above. But here's the catch: the Nazca people didn't have the advantage of aerial views. So how did they ensure the proportions and alignment were accurate? One theory suggests they used a system of stakes and ropes to create straight lines and maintain consistent spacing. By anchoring a central point and measuring outward, they could have achieved the geometric precision we see today. For the more complex shapes, like animals or plants, they might have broken the design into smaller sections, working on one part at a time and ensuring each segment aligned with the next. It's a method that required not only skill but also an extraordinary level of coordination and patience. Yet, even with these theories, the exact techniques remain a mystery. How did they maintain such accuracy over such vast distances? How did they account for the natural curves and contours of the landscape? And perhaps most intriguingly, how did they ensure the designs would hold their shape for centuries, resisting erosion and the harsh desert environment? The enduring nature of the Nazca Lines is a testament to the ingenuity of their creators. These geoglyphs have survived earthquakes, wind, and rain, standing as a silent reminder of a civilization that mastered their environment in ways we're still trying to understand. As we continue to study these ancient wonders, one thing is certain: the Nazca Lines are not just a marvel of art but a masterpiece of engineering. With that, let's shift our focus to another incredible feat of ancient engineering, the Sacsayhuamán Fortress. But more on that in just a moment. What do you think about the construction of the Nazca Lines? Could there be methods we haven't yet discovered? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep exploring these mysteries together. Now, let's turn our attention to another marvel of ancient engineering, the Sacsayhuamán Fortress. Perched high above the city of Cusco, this massive structure is a testament to the ingenuity and skill of the Inca civilization. The fortress is best known for its colossal stone walls, made up of enormous blocks that fit together with such precision that not even a sheet of paper can slide between them. The stones used in Sacsayhuaman are truly staggering in size. Some weigh as much as 120 tons, and yet they were transported from quarries miles away. How did the Inca manage to move these massive stones without the use of wheels or draft animals? One theory suggests they used a combination of ramps, ropes, and sheer manpower, rolling the stones on logs or dragging them across the rugged terrain. But even with these methods, the logistics of moving such heavy materials remain a mystery. Once the stones arrived at the site, the real challenge began. The Inca had to shape and fit them together with incredible accuracy. The blocks are not uniform in size or shape, yet they interlock perfectly, forming walls that have withstood centuries of earthquakes and weathering. How did they achieve this level of precision? Some researchers believe the Inca used a technique called ashlar masonry, where stones are carefully cut and polished to fit snugly against one another. Others suggest they may have used a trial and error method, gradually shaping each stone until it fit just right. But here's the most baffling part. The stones are not just fitted together, they're also angled slightly inward, giving the walls a unique zigzag pattern. This design not only adds to the fortress's visual grandeur, but also enhances its structural stability. The walls are so well engineered that they've survived countless natural disasters, standing as a testament to the Inca's mastery of construction. Yet, despite our understanding of their techniques, many questions remain. How did the Inca transport such massive stones across such difficult terrain? What tools did they use to shape the stones with such precision? And how did they coordinate such a massive construction project without written records or modern machinery? The Sacsayhuamán Fortress is more than just a feat of engineering. It's a symbol of the Inca's deep connection to their environment and their ability to harness its resources in extraordinary ways. As we continue to study this ancient wonder, we're reminded of the ingenuity and determination of a civilization that left behind mysteries we're still striving to unravel. Next, we'll explore the purpose of Sacsayhuaman. Was it a fortress, a ceremonial site, or something else entirely? Stay with us as we uncover more about this enigmatic structure. What do you think the true purpose of Sacsayhuaman might have been? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let's keep the conversation going. Now, let's shift our focus to one of the most intriguing questions surrounding Sacsayhuaman. What was its true purpose? While its name translates to satisfied falcon in Quechua, the Inca language, the exact role of this monumental structure remains a subject of debate among historians and archaeologists. One widely accepted theory is that Sacsayhuaman served as a fortress. Its strategic location high above Cusco, combined with its imposing walls and zigzag design, suggests it was built for defense. The fortress-like layout would have provided a stronghold against invaders, with its towering walls offering a commanding view of the surrounding valleys. Some researchers even believe it played a key role during the Spanish conquest, as it was the site of fierce battles between the Inca and the conquistadors. However, not everyone agrees with this interpretation. Another compelling theory proposes that Sacsayhuaman was primarily a ceremonial site. The Inca were deeply spiritual, and many of their structures were designed to honor their gods and align with celestial events. The precision of the stonework and the fortress's alignment with the sun during solstices suggest it may have been a place of worship or ritual. Some experts point to the presence of altars and sacred spaces within the complex as evidence of its religious significance. There's also the possibility that Sacsayhuaman served a dual purpose both as a fortress and a ceremonial center. The Inca often blended practicality with spirituality, creating structures that fulfilled multiple roles. For example, the zigzag walls could have symbolized lightning, a sacred element in Inca mythology, while also providing structural stability. This dual functionality would align with the Incas' holistic approach to architecture and their belief in the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds. Adding to the mystery, some researchers have proposed even more unconventional theories. Could Sacsayhuaman have been an astronomical observatory? Its alignment with celestial bodies and the precise angles of its walls suggest it may have been used to track the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. Others speculate it was a storage facility for food or weapons, given its vast size and secure design. Despite these theories, the true purpose of Sacsayhuaman remains elusive. What we do know is that it stands as a testament to the Incas' ingenuity and their ability to create structures that were both functional and deeply symbolic. Whether it was a fortress, a temple, or something entirely different, Sacsayhuaman continues to captivate us with its grandeur and mystery. As we move forward, we'll explore another fascinating enigma of ancient Peru, the Paracas candelabra. What secrets does this massive geoglyph hold, and how does it connect to the Nazca Lines? Stay tuned as we uncover more about this mysterious symbol etched into the Peruvian landscape. What do you think Sacsayhuaman was used for? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the discussion alive. Now, let's turn our attention to another marvel etched into the Peruvian landscape, the Paracas candelabra. This massive geoglyph, carved into the side of a hill on the Paracas Peninsula, stands at an impressive height of nearly 600 feet, making it visible from miles out at sea. Its striking resemblance to a candelabra, or three-branched candlestick, has sparked endless fascination and debate about its origins and purpose. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Paracas candelabra is its potential connection to the Nazca Lines, located just a few hundred miles to the south. Both are enormous geoglyphs created by removing the top layer of soil to reveal lighter-colored earth beneath, and both remain shrouded in mystery. While the Nazca Lines are often associated with astronomical or ceremonial purposes, the Paracas candelabra has inspired a range of theories that are equally captivating. Some researchers believe the candelabra served as a navigational aid for ancient sailors. Its prominent location on the peninsula and its visibility from the ocean suggest it may have acted as a landmark for seafarers navigating the coastal waters. The design, with its long central line and symmetrical branches, could have been a signal or guide for ships traveling along the Peruvian coast. This theory gains traction when considering the advanced maritime skills of the Paracas culture, known for their seafaring abilities and trade networks. On the other hand, many experts argue that the candelabra held religious or spiritual significance. The Paracas culture, which thrived between 800 and 100 BC, was deeply connected to their environment and celestial events. The geoglyphs' alignment with the stars and its intricate design may have been intended to honor their gods or mark sacred rituals. Some even suggest it could represent a trident, a symbol associated with the god Viracocha, a central figure in Andean mythology. Adding to the intrigue, there's also the possibility that the candelabra was a form of communication, not just with the divine, but with other cultures. Its proximity to the Nazca Lines raises questions about whether these geoglyphs were part of a larger network of symbols or messages, perhaps even a shared language of the ancient world. Could the candelabra and the Nazca Lines have been created by the same civilization, or were they the result of cultural exchange between neighboring peoples? Despite decades of study, the true meaning of the Paracas candelabra remains a mystery. Its sheer size and precision continue to baffle researchers, who are still piecing together the clues left behind by the Paracas culture. What we do know is that this enigmatic symbol stands as a testament to the creativity and ingenuity of ancient Peruvians, who left behind a legacy that continues to inspire awe and curiosity. As we move forward, we'll delve into another fascinating chapter of ancient Peru's mysteries, the Chachapoya Cloud Warriors. Who were these enigmatic people, and what secrets do their cliffside tombs hold? Stay tuned as we uncover more about this mysterious civilization and their enduring legacy. What do you think the Paracas candelabra was used for? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Now let's journey into the mist-shrouded mountains of northern Peru, where the enigmatic Chachapoya civilization once thrived. Known as the Cloud Warriors, this ancient culture built their cities high in the Andes, surrounded by dense clouds and lush greenery. Their name, Chachapoya, comes from the Quechua words meaning cloud people, a fitting title for a civilization that seemed to live among the heavens. But what truly sets the Chachapoya apart are their extraordinary burial practices and the mysteries that surround their cliffside tombs. Perched precariously on steep cliffs, the Chachapoya constructed elaborate funerary sites known as sarcophagi or puran machu. These towering, human-shaped structures were carved from stone and clay, standing like silent sentinels overlooking the valleys below. Inside these tombs, the Chachapoya placed their dead, often accompanied by offerings and artifacts that hint at their beliefs and way of life. The sheer effort required to build these tombs in such inaccessible locations raises questions about their purpose. Were they meant to protect the dead from grave robbers, or did they serve a deeper spiritual significance connecting the deceased to the heavens? Adding to the intrigue are the remarkably preserved mummies found within these tombs. The Chachapoya mummies, wrapped in intricately woven textiles, have defied time, their features still visible centuries later. The preservation techniques used by the Chachapoya remain a mystery, as do the rituals surrounding their burials. Why did they choose such remote and challenging locations for their tombs? What beliefs drove them to create these awe-inspiring structures, and how did they achieve such precision and artistry without the tools and technology we have today? The Chachapoya were not only master builders but also fierce warriors. Historical accounts describe them as tall, fair-skinned people who fiercely resisted the Inca Empire's expansion. Their reputation as cloud warriors stems from their ability to defend their mountainous strongholds against invaders, using the terrain to their advantage. Yet, despite their resilience, the Chachapoya eventually fell to the Inca, and their civilization faded into obscurity. Today, their legacy lives on through their tombs, mummies, and the unanswered questions they left behind. As we explore further, we'll uncover more about the disappearance of the Chachapoya and the secrets their ruins still hold. What led to their decline, and what can their remains tell us about their way of life? Stay with us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of this fascinating civilization. What do you think drove the Chachapoya to build their tombs in such remote locations? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation alive. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most puzzling aspects of the Chachapoya civilization, their sudden disappearance. Despite their remarkable achievements and fierce resistance against the Inca, the Cloud Warriors eventually vanished from history, leaving behind only their hauntingly beautiful ruins and unanswered questions. What led to the downfall of this once thriving culture, and why did they leave so little trace of their final days? The decline of the Chachapoya began with the arrival of the Inca Empire in the 15th century. Known for their military prowess, the Inca sought to expand their territory, and the Chachapoya lands became a target. Despite their reputation as formidable warriors, the Chachapoya were eventually overpowered by the Inca's superior numbers and strategic tactics. Historical records suggest that the Chachapoya were forcibly integrated into the Inca Empire, their people relocated and their culture suppressed. This disruption likely weakened their societal structure, leading to a gradual erosion of their identity. But the Inca conquest may not have been the only factor in their disappearance. Some researchers believe that diseases introduced by European colonizers, such as smallpox, could have decimated the Chachapoya population. These diseases spread rapidly through the Americas, often wiping out entire communities that had no immunity. Combined with the upheaval caused by the Inca, this could have dealt a fatal blow to the Chachapoya way of life. Another theory points to environmental changes. The Andes region is prone to natural disasters, such as earthquakes and landslides, which could have disrupted the Chachapoya's ability to sustain their cities and agricultural systems. Over time, these challenges may have made it impossible for them to maintain their population and cultural practices, leading to their eventual decline. Yet, despite these theories, the full story of the Chachapoya's disappearance remains shrouded in mystery. Their ruins, perched high in the mountains, stand as silent witnesses to a civilization that once thrived but ultimately faded into obscurity. What secrets do these ruins hold, and what more can they tell us about the fate of the Cloud Warriors? As we continue our journey through the mysteries of ancient Peru, we'll explore how the legacy of the Chachapoya continues to captivate archaeologists and historians alike. What do you think caused the downfall of this remarkable civilization? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep unraveling the enigma together. Now, let's journey to the shores of Lake Umayo, where the enigmatic Silastoni Towers rise against the skyline. These cylindrical stone structures, known as cholpas, stand as silent sentinels over the landscape, their purpose and construction still shrouded in mystery. Built by the Kola people who thrived before the rise of the Inca Empire, these towers are believed to have served as funeral monuments for nobility and elite members of society. But what makes them truly fascinating is their unique design and the unanswered questions surrounding their cultural significance. The towers are constructed with remarkable precision, using large stone blocks fitted together without mortar. Some of these stones weigh several tons, yet they were transported and assembled with such skill that the joints between them are nearly seamless. The cylindrical shape of the towers is unusual compared to other ancient structures in the region, leading researchers to wonder about its symbolic meaning. Was it meant to represent the cycle of life and death, or perhaps a connection to celestial bodies? The truth remains elusive. Adding to the mystery is the fact that many of the towers are unfinished, with stones left partially carved or unplaced. This has sparked debates about whether the construction was abruptly halted due to invasion, environmental changes, or other unforeseen events. Some towers also feature intricate carvings and symbols, hinting at a deeper spiritual or ceremonial purpose. Yet, without written records from the Kola people, interpreting these symbols has proven to be a significant challenge. Another puzzling aspect is the orientation of the towers. Many are aligned in specific directions, possibly reflecting astronomical knowledge or religious beliefs. Could they have been used as observatories, or were they meant to guide the souls of the deceased to the afterlife? These questions continue to intrigue archaeologists and historians who are piecing together clues from the ruins and the surrounding landscape. The Silastani towers are more than just ancient tombs. They are a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of the Kola civilization. As we stand before these towering structures, we're reminded of the countless stories they could tell. If only we could decipher their secrets. What do you think the purpose of these towers might have been? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep exploring the mysteries of ancient Peru together. Next, we'll uncover the secrets of the vast Inca road network and the engineering marvels that made it possible. Now, let's shift our focus to one of the most impressive feats of ancient engineering, the vast Inca road network. Stretching over 24,000 miles across some of the most challenging terrains in South America, this intricate system of roads connected the far reaches of the Inca Empire from modern-day Colombia to Chile. But how did the Inca achieve such a monumental task, and what secrets do these roads still hold? The Inca roads were more than just pathways. They were a lifeline for the empire, enabling communication, trade, and military movement across vast distances. Built without the use of wheels or draft animals, the roads were meticulously planned and constructed to navigate steep mountains, dense jungles, and arid deserts. Stone-paved sections, suspension bridges made of woven grass, and staircases carved into cliffs are just a few examples of the ingenuity behind this network. Yet the question remains, how did the Inca maintain such an extensive system, especially in remote and rugged areas? One theory suggests that the Inca employed a system of relay runners known as chasquis, who carried messages and goods across the empire at remarkable speeds. These runners could cover vast distances in a matter of days, thanks to strategically placed tambos or rest stations along the roads. But the logistics of maintaining these stations and ensuring a steady supply of resources in isolated regions is still a puzzle. Were there hidden methods of resource management, or did the Inca possess knowledge we have yet to uncover? Another mystery lies in the purpose of the roads. While they undoubtedly served practical functions, some researchers believe they also held spiritual significance. Certain roads align with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes, suggesting they may have been used for ceremonial processions or pilgrimages. Could these roads have been a physical manifestation of the Incas' connection to the cosmos, or were they simply a testament to their unparalleled engineering skills? The Inca roads also raise questions about the empire's ability to unify such a diverse and expansive territory. How did they manage to integrate so many different cultures and regions into a single, cohesive network? The answers may lie in the roads themselves, which not only facilitated movement but also symbolized the Incas' power and reach. As we walk in the footsteps of the Inca along these ancient paths, we're left marveling at their achievements and pondering the mysteries that still surround them. What other secrets might these roads hold, and what can they teach us about the ingenuity of the Inca civilization? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue our journey into the next mystery of ancient Peru, the rumored tunnels of the Andes. Now, as we venture deeper into the mysteries of the Inca roads, let's explore the theories surrounding their purpose. Were these vast networks built solely for trade and military movement, or did they serve a higher, more spiritual role in the Inca Empire? The answer, it seems, is as layered as the roads themselves. One of the most widely accepted theories is that the roads were primarily designed for trade. The Inca Empire was vast, stretching across diverse landscapes from coastal deserts to high-altitude mountains. The roads allowed goods like maize, potatoes, and textiles to flow seamlessly between regions, ensuring the empire's economic stability. But the roads weren't just about moving goods, they also facilitated the exchange of ideas, technologies, and cultural practices, helping to unify the empire's many peoples. However, the roads also played a crucial role in the Inca military strategy. With such a sprawling empire, maintaining control over distant territories was no small feat. The roads enabled rapid movement of troops, allowing the Inca to respond quickly to rebellions or external threats. Fortresses and watchtowers along key routes further highlight the military importance of this network. Yet the question remains, how did the Inca manage to keep such a vast system secure and operational, especially in remote areas? Beyond their practical uses, there's growing evidence that the roads held deep spiritual significance. Some researchers point to the alignment of certain roads with celestial events, such as the solstices and equinoxes. These alignments suggest that the roads may have been used for ceremonial processions or pilgrimages to sacred sites. For the Inca, who saw their world as deeply interconnected with the cosmos, these roads could have been more than just physical pathways. They might have been spiritual conduits, linking the earthly realm with the divine. Another intriguing theory proposes that the roads were a symbol of the Inca's power and unity. By connecting distant regions, the roads reinforced the idea of a single, cohesive empire under the rule of the Sopa Inca, the divine emperor. The sheer scale and precision of the network would have served as a constant reminder of the Inca's ingenuity and authority, even to those living in the farthest corners of the empire. As we piece together these theories, it becomes clear that the Inca roads were far more than just a means of transportation. They were a reflection of the empire's complexity, blending practicality with spirituality and engineering with ideology. What other secrets might these ancient pathways hold? Could they reveal even more about the Inca's worldview and their ability to harmonize the physical and the spiritual? With these questions in mind, let's turn our attention to another enigma of ancient Peru, the rumored tunnels of the Andes, where legends of hidden treasures and lost knowledge await. Now, shifting our focus from the sprawling Inca roads to the depths of the earth, we uncover another layer of mystery, the enigmatic tunnels of the Andes. These underground passageways, rumored to stretch across vast distances, have long captured the imagination of explorers and historians alike. What secrets do these tunnels hold, and could they truly connect ancient sites scattered throughout Peru? The legends surrounding these tunnels are as intriguing as they are varied. Some stories speak of hidden treasures buried deep within the earth, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to venture into the darkness. Others suggest that these tunnels were used by the Inca as secret escape routes during times of conflict, allowing them to move undetected across their empire. But perhaps the most fascinating theory is that these tunnels served as a network linking sacred sites, creating a subterranean web of spiritual significance. One of the most famous accounts comes from the Spanish conquistadors, who claim to have heard tales of vast underground chambers filled with gold and precious artifacts. These stories fueled countless expeditions, but to this day, no definitive evidence of such treasures has been found. Yet, the allure of these legends persists, drawing adventurers and researchers to the Andes in search of answers. Modern investigations have revealed that some of these tunnels do indeed exist, though their full extent remains unknown. Archaeologists have uncovered sections of underground passages near ancient sites like Cusco and Machu Picchu, suggesting that the Inca may have used them for both practical and ceremonial purposes. The precision of their construction is remarkable, with walls and ceilings carefully shaped to withstand the test of time. But how were these tunnels built without the advanced technology we have today? And what drove the Inca to create such an elaborate underground network? Some researchers believe that the tunnels were part of a larger system of water management, designed to channel water from the mountains to the valleys below. Others argue that they were used for storage, keeping food and supplies safe from the elements. Yet, the spiritual aspect cannot be ignored. The Inca saw the earth as a living entity, and these tunnels may have been seen as pathways to the underworld, connecting the living with the realm of the ancestors. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Andean tunnels, one thing becomes clear: they are more than just physical structures. They are a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual depth of the Inca civilization, blending practicality with profound cosmological beliefs. What other secrets might these tunnels conceal? Could they hold clues to the Incas' understanding of the earth and its mysteries? With these questions lingering, let's turn our attention to another captivating enigma: the legends of vast amounts of Inca gold hidden away from the Spanish conquistadors and still waiting to be found. Now, as we step away from the shadowy depths of the Andean tunnels, we find ourselves drawn to one of the most tantalizing mysteries of ancient Peru, the legendary lost treasures of the Inca. Stories of unimaginable wealth hidden away from the Spanish conquistadors have fueled centuries of fascination and countless expeditions. But what is the truth behind these tales of Inca gold, and why has it remained so elusive? The legend begins with the arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century. As they advanced into the heart of the Inca Empire, they encountered a civilization rich in gold and silver, used not just for adornment but also in sacred rituals and architecture. The Spanish, driven by greed, demanded vast quantities of gold as ransom for the Inca Emperor Atahualpa. Though the ransom was paid, the Spanish executed Atahualpa anyway, sparking a desperate effort by the Inca to hide their remaining treasures from the invaders. According to the stories, the Inca transported their gold and other precious items to remote locations, burying them in secret caches deep within the mountains or beneath sacred sites. Some accounts even suggest that the treasures were hidden in underground chambers or submerged in lakes, protected by the natural landscape and the spiritual beliefs of the Inca. These tales have given rise to enduring myths such as the fabled city of El Dorado, a place said to be overflowing with gold. Over the centuries, countless explorers and treasure hunters have sought to uncover these lost riches. From the jungles of the Amazon to the peaks of the Andes, expeditions have ventured into some of the most treacherous terrains on Earth, driven by the promise of untold wealth. Yet, despite their efforts, no significant hoard of Inca gold has ever been found. This has led some to question whether the treasures were ever hidden at all, or if they were simply a myth created to taunt the Spanish. Modern researchers, however, believe there may be some truth to the legends. Archaeological evidence suggests that the Inca did indeed possess vast amounts of gold, much of which was likely melted down by the Spanish or repurposed for colonial use. But some treasures may still lie hidden, waiting to be discovered. Recent discoveries, such as the intact burial sites of Inca nobility, have reignited hope that more treasures could be out there, preserved by time and the elements. The search for Inca gold is not just about material wealth. It's also a quest to understand the Incas' relationship with their environment and their gods. Gold held deep spiritual significance for the Inca, symbolizing the sun and its life-giving power. To them, it was more than just a precious metal. It was a sacred material woven into their rituals and cosmology. This adds another layer of intrigue to the mystery, as any discovery of hidden gold could shed light on the spiritual practices and beliefs of this ancient civilization. As we ponder the fate of the Incas' lost treasures, we're reminded that some mysteries are as much about the journey as they are about the destination. The search for Inca gold continues to captivate adventurers and scholars alike, blending history, legend, and the enduring allure of the unknown. And with that, we turn to another enigma: the remarkably preserved mummies of the Andes, which offer a glimpse into the lives and deaths of ancient Peru's people. Shifting our focus from the glittering allure of lost treasures, we now turn to a mystery that lies not in gold, but in the silent, preserved remains of the Andes, the mummies of ancient Peru. These remarkably well-preserved bodies, some dating back thousands of years, offer a haunting yet fascinating window into the lives, deaths, and beliefs of the people who once thrived in this rugged landscape. The mummies of the Andes are unlike anything found in other parts of the world. Thanks to the region's unique climate, cold, dry air, and high altitudes, many of these bodies have been naturally preserved, their skin, hair, and even clothing intact. But it wasn't just the environment that played a role. The ancient peoples of the Andes developed sophisticated techniques to ensure their dead were preserved for eternity, a practice deeply tied to their spiritual beliefs. One of the most famous examples of these mummies comes from the Inca civilization. The Inca believed in an afterlife where the dead continued to play an active role in the lives of the living. To honor this belief, they mummified their leaders and important figures, often placing them in elaborate tombs or sacred sites. These mummies were not just relics of the past, they were treated as living entities, consulted for advice, and even brought out during ceremonies to participate in rituals. But the preservation of these mummies goes beyond the Inca. Earlier cultures, such as the Chinchorro people who lived along the coast of modern-day Chile and Peru, were practicing mummification as early as 5,000 years before the Inca. The Chinchorro mummies are some of the oldest in the world, predating even the Egyptian mummies. Their methods were incredibly detailed, involving the removal of organs, the use of natural preservatives, and the careful reconstruction of the body with reeds and clay. This level of craftsmanship raises questions about how these ancient peoples developed such advanced techniques without the tools or knowledge we associate with modern science. The mysteries surrounding these mummies don't end with their preservation. Many of them were found in unusual positions or locations, suggesting complex burial rituals. Some were placed in fetal positions, symbolizing rebirth, while others were buried with offerings of food, tools, or even other mummified animals. These practices hint at a deep connection between the living and the dead, a relationship that was central to the spiritual life of these ancient cultures. Modern science has allowed us to learn more about these mummies than ever before. Through techniques like DNA analysis and CT scanning, researchers have uncovered details about their diets, health, and even the causes of their death. Yet many questions remain. How did these ancient peoples perfect their preservation methods? What spiritual significance did they attach to the process, and why did some cultures, like the Chinchorro, abandon mummification over time? As we explore these questions, we're reminded that the mummies of the Andes are more than just historical artifacts. They are a testament to the ingenuity and spirituality of the people who created them. They challenge us to rethink our understanding of life, death, and the connections that bind them. And with that, we move forward to another mystery, one that involves the intricate system of knotted cords known as the Quipu, and the secrets it may hold about Inca communication and record-keeping. Now, let's unravel another fascinating mystery, one that doesn't involve gold, mummies, or massive stone structures, but something far more intricate and enigmatic: the Quipu. This ancient Inca system of knotted cords is one of the most unique and puzzling forms of communication ever discovered. Unlike written languages that use symbols or letters, the Quipu relied on a complex arrangement of knots, colors, and chords to convey information. But what exactly did these knots mean, and how did the Inca use them to record their history, manage their empire, or even tell stories? These are questions that continue to baffle researchers to this day. The Quipu, sometimes called talking knots, was made up of a main cord from which hung multiple smaller cords, each tied with a series of knots. The position, type, and number of knots, as well as the colors of the cords, all held specific meanings. Some experts believe quipus were used primarily for record-keeping, such as tracking taxes, census data, or agricultural yields. Others suggest they might have served a more complex purpose, perhaps even encoding narratives, laws, or religious texts. The truth is, we still don't fully understand how this system worked, and that's what makes it so intriguing. One of the biggest challenges in decoding the Quipu is the lack of a Rosetta Stone, a key that could help us translate the knots into a language we understand. While Spanish chroniclers from the colonial era mentioned quipus in their writings, they didn't provide enough detail to fully explain their use. What we do know is that the Inca relied heavily on quipus to administer their vast empire, which stretched across much of South America. In a society without a written language, these knotted cords were essential for communication and organization. Modern researchers are using advanced technology to try and crack the code of the quipu. By analyzing the patterns of knots and comparing them to known Inca records, they hope to uncover the secrets hidden within these cords. Some studies suggest that quipus may have been a binary system, similar to modern computer code, while others propose that they could have been a form of musical notation or even a way to map the stars. The possibilities are endless, and each new discovery brings us closer to understanding this ancient mystery. What's particularly fascinating about the quipu is that it challenges our assumptions about what communication and record-keeping can look like. In a world dominated by written and digital languages, the idea of using knots to convey complex information seems almost magical. Yet, for the Inca, it was a practical and highly effective tool. The quipu reminds us that there are many ways to record and share knowledge, and that some of the most ingenious solutions come from cultures we're still striving to understand. As we continue to explore the mysteries of ancient Peru, the quipu stands as a testament to the creativity and intelligence of the Inca people. It's a puzzle that invites us to think differently, to look beyond the familiar, and to appreciate the diversity of human ingenuity. And with that, we turn our attention to another marvel of Inca engineering, the massive stones of Ollantaytambo, and the enduring mystery of how they were moved and placed with such precision. Now, let's take a closer look at the significance of the quipu and the various theories surrounding its purpose. While we know that these knotted cords were a vital tool for the Inca, the exact nature of their use remains a subject of intense debate among researchers. One of the most widely accepted theories is that quipus served as a sophisticated system of record-keeping. Imagine a society without paper or written language. How would you track taxes, census data, or the distribution of resources? For the Inca, the quipu provided a solution. By using different knots, colors, and chord arrangements, they could encode vast amounts of information, from agricultural yields to population statistics. This system allowed them to manage their empire with remarkable efficiency, even without a written script. But could the quipu have been more than just an administrative tool? Some scholars believe these knotted cords might have held deeper cultural significance, possibly serving as a medium for storytelling or even recording historical events. Think about it. If the quipu could encode numbers and data, why not narratives or myths? The idea that these cords could tell stories is both fascinating and plausible, especially when we consider the oral traditions of the Inca. Perhaps the quipu was a way to preserve their legends, laws, or religious teachings, ensuring that important knowledge was passed down through generations. Another intriguing theory suggests that quipus might have been used for something even more complex, such as a form of musical notation or a way to map celestial events. The Inca were known for their advanced understanding of astronomy, and it's possible that the quipu played a role in tracking the movements of the stars or planning agricultural cycles. Some researchers have even proposed that the quipu could have functioned as a binary system, similar to the ones used in modern computing. If true, this would mean the Inca had developed a highly sophisticated method of encoding information long before the digital age. Despite these compelling theories, the true purpose of the quipu remains elusive. What we do know is that this system reflects the ingenuity and adaptability of the Inca civilization. In a world without written language, they found a way to communicate, organize, and preserve knowledge using nothing more than cords and knots. The quipu challenges our modern assumptions about communication and reminds us that there are countless ways to record and share information. As we continue to explore the mysteries of ancient Peru, the quipu stands as a testament to the creativity and resourcefulness of the Inca. It's a reminder that even the simplest tools can hold profound significance, and that some of the greatest innovations come from cultures we are still striving to understand. With that in mind, let's turn our attention to another marvel of Inca engineering, the massive stones of Ollantaytambo, and the enduring mystery of how they were moved and placed with such precision. Now, shifting our focus to the awe-inspiring megaliths of Ollantaytambo, we encounter yet another marvel of Inca engineering that continues to baffle researchers and visitors alike. Nestled in the sacred valley of Peru, Ollantaytambo is home to some of the most massive and precisely cut stones in the ancient world. These enormous blocks, some weighing over 50 tons, were quarried from a mountainside several kilometers away and transported to their current location with astonishing precision. The question that lingers is this: how did the Inca achieve such a feat without the use of modern machinery or even the wheel? The stones at Ollantaytambo are not just large, they are masterpieces of construction. Each block fits seamlessly with the next, often without the need for mortar. The precision of the cuts is so exact that, in many places, you cannot even slide a piece of paper between the stones. This level of craftsmanship suggests a deep understanding of geometry and engineering, as well as an extraordinary level of skill. But how did the Inca manage to transport these massive stones across such challenging terrain? The journey from the quarry to the construction site would have required navigating steep slopes, rocky paths, and even rivers. Some theories propose that the Inca used a combination of ramps, rollers, and manpower, while others suggest they may have employed techniques we have yet to fully understand. Adding to the mystery is the fact that many of these stones were left unfinished, scattered around the site as if the builders suddenly abandoned their work. This has led to speculation about what might have interrupted such a monumental project. Was it an invasion, a natural disaster, or something else entirely? The unfinished stones also provide a rare glimpse into the construction process, revealing how the Inca shaped and moved these massive blocks. Yet, even with these clues, the full story of Ollantaytambo's construction remains shrouded in mystery. What makes Ollantaytambo even more intriguing is its possible dual purpose. While it is often referred to as a fortress, some researchers believe it may have also served as a ceremonial center or even a royal estate. The site's strategic location, overlooking the sacred valley, suggests it played a significant role in the Inca Empire, whether as a military stronghold, a religious site, or both. The combination of its massive stones, precise construction, and enigmatic history makes Ollantaytambo one of the most fascinating and mysterious sites in ancient Peru. As we marvel at the ingenuity of the Inca, Ollantaytambo serves as a powerful reminder of how much we still have to learn about this remarkable civilization. The precision and scale of their achievements challenge our understanding of ancient technology and leave us with more questions than answers. With that in mind, let's turn our attention to another intriguing artifact from ancient Peru: the small gold objects resembling airplanes, and the debate over whether they represent ancient knowledge of flight or something entirely different. Now, let's take a closer look at one of the most curious artifacts to emerge from ancient Peru: the so-called Andean airplanes. These small gold objects discovered in various archaeological sites bear a striking resemblance to modern aircraft. With their sleek, aerodynamic shapes, wings, and even what appear to be tail fins, these artifacts have sparked intense debate among researchers and enthusiasts alike. Could they be evidence of ancient knowledge of flight, or do they represent something entirely different? The artifacts, often referred to as golden airplanes, date back to the pre-Columbian era and are believed to have been created by the Quimbaya civilization, which flourished in what is now Colombia. However, similar objects have been found in other parts of South America, including Peru. Their design is so advanced that some have speculated they might depict flying machines, suggesting that ancient civilizations may have had a far greater understanding of aerodynamics than previously thought. This theory has led to claims that these artifacts could be evidence of lost technologies or even contact with extraterrestrial beings. On the other hand, many archaeologists and historians argue that these objects are more likely symbolic representations of birds, insects, or other natural forms. Birds, in particular, held significant spiritual and cultural importance in many ancient Andean societies, often symbolizing freedom, power, or a connection to the divine. The intricate designs of these artifacts could simply reflect the artistic skill and creativity of their makers, rather than any literal knowledge of flight. Additionally, some researchers point out that the resemblance to airplanes may be coincidental, a result of modern interpretations rather than ancient intent. The debate over the Andean airplanes highlights the challenges of interpreting ancient artifacts. Without written records or clear cultural context, it's difficult to determine the true purpose or meaning behind these objects. Are they proof of advanced ancient technology, or are they simply masterpieces of symbolic art? The answer remains elusive, adding yet another layer of mystery to the rich tapestry of ancient Peru. As we ponder the possibilities, these golden artifacts remind us of the ingenuity and creativity of ancient civilizations. Whether they represent birds, airplanes, or something entirely different, they continue to captivate our imagination and challenge our understanding of the past. With that in mind, let's turn our attention to another legendary mystery, the search for the lost city of Paititi, a mythical Inca city said to be hidden deep within the Amazon rainforest. Now, shifting our focus to another captivating mystery, we delve into the legends of the lost city of Paititi. Often referred to as the El Dorado of the Andes, Paititi is said to be a mythical Inca city hidden deep within the Amazon rainforest. Stories of this fabled city have tantalized explorers, historians, and treasure hunters for centuries, with tales of its immense wealth, advanced architecture, and spiritual significance. According to legend, Paititi was a refuge for the Inca elite during the Spanish conquest. As the empire crumbled under the weight of invasion, it is believed that the Inca rulers fled to this hidden city, taking with them vast amounts of gold, silver, and sacred artifacts. The city was said to be so well concealed that even the most determined conquistadors could not find it. Over time, Paititi became a symbol of hope and mystery, a place where the Inca legacy might have survived untouched by colonial forces. The search for Paititi has inspired countless expeditions, from the early days of Spanish explorers to modern-day archaeologists and adventurers. Some believe the city lies in the remote regions of southeastern Peru, while others speculate it could be hidden in the dense jungles of Bolivia or Brazil. Despite numerous attempts to locate it, Paititi remains elusive, shrouded in the impenetrable wilderness of the Amazon. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Paititi legend is its connection to Inca mythology. Some researchers suggest that the city was not just a physical place but also a spiritual one, tied to the Inca belief in a sacred landscape where the natural and supernatural worlds intersected. This theory adds another layer of complexity to the search, as it raises the possibility that Paititi might be as much a mythic concept as a tangible location. Modern technology has brought new hope to the quest for Paititi. Satellite imagery, LiDAR scanning, and other advanced tools have allowed researchers to explore previously inaccessible areas of the Amazon. While these efforts have uncovered fascinating ruins and evidence of ancient settlements, the definitive discovery of Paititi remains just out of reach. Each new finding, however, brings us closer to understanding the true nature of this legendary city and its place in Inca history. The enduring allure of Paititi lies not only in the promise of hidden treasures but also in the mystery of what it represents. Was it a real city, a mythic ideal, or something in between? As the search continues, Paititi remains a powerful symbol of the Incas' resilience and the enduring fascination with their lost world. With that in mind, let's turn our attention to another remarkable mystery, the precision of Inca stonework and the secrets behind their unparalleled craftsmanship. Now, as we step into the realm of Inca craftsmanship, we encounter one of the most astonishing feats of ancient engineering, the precision of Inca stonework. The massive stones used in their constructions are not only awe-inspiring in their size, but also in the way they were shaped and fitted together with such exactness that not even a blade of grass can slip between them. This level of precision has baffled scientists and historians for centuries, raising questions about the tools and techniques the Inca used to achieve such perfection. The Inca stonework is most famously showcased in sites like Cusco, Sacsayhuamán, and Ollantaytambo. Here, enormous stones, some weighing several tons, were cut and placed with such accuracy that they have withstood earthquakes and the test of time. What makes this even more remarkable is that the Inca did not use mortar to hold these stones together. Instead, they relied on a technique known as ashlar masonry, where each stone was meticulously carved to fit perfectly with its neighbors. The result is a seamless, interlocking puzzle that has endured for hundreds of years. One of the greatest mysteries surrounding Inca stonework is how they managed to cut and transport these massive stones without the use of modern machinery. The Inca had no iron tools, no wheels, and no draft animals like horses or oxen. Yet they were able to quarry, shape, and move stones weighing several tons across rugged terrain. Some theories suggest they used wooden rollers, ramps, and levers, while others propose that they might have employed a technique involving water and sand to polish the stones to perfection. However, no definitive evidence has been found to confirm exactly how they accomplished this. Another intriguing aspect of Inca stonework is the irregular shapes of the stones. Unlike the uniform blocks used in other ancient civilizations, Inca stones often have multiple angles and protrusions. This seemingly random design actually served a practical purpose. The irregular shapes allowed the stones to interlock more securely, creating structures that were incredibly stable and resistant to seismic activity. This ingenious approach to construction highlights the Incas' deep understanding of engineering and their ability to adapt to the challenges of their environment. The precision of Inca stonework also raises questions about their tools. While the Inca are known to have used bronze and stone tools, these would have been insufficient for the level of detail seen in their constructions. Some researchers speculate that they might have used harder materials such as quartz or obsidian to achieve the fine cuts and smooth surfaces. Yet, no such tools have been discovered, leaving this aspect of their craftsmanship shrouded in mystery. What makes Inca stonework even more fascinating is that their techniques remain unmatched even today. Modern engineers and stonemasons have tried to replicate their methods, but none have been able to achieve the same level of precision and durability. This has led some to wonder if the Inca possessed knowledge or techniques that have since been lost to history. Could they have had access to advanced tools or methods that we are yet to uncover? Or was their success a result of generations of trial and error, combined with an unparalleled understanding of their materials and environment? As we marvel at the legacy of Inca stonework, it's clear that their achievements were not just about building structures, but also about creating a lasting connection between their culture and the natural world. The precision and care they put into their constructions reflect a deep respect for their surroundings and a desire to leave behind something that would endure for generations. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another enigmatic aspect of Inca civilization, their advanced astronomical knowledge and how it shaped their architecture and culture. Now, as we venture deeper into the mysteries of ancient Peru, we find ourselves drawn to the shadowy depths of the Andean caves. These enigmatic caverns, carved into the rugged mountainsides, have long captured the imagination of explorers and historians alike. Scattered across the Andes, these caves are not just natural formations, but are believed to hold secrets of ancient rituals, hidden treasures, and untold stories waiting to be uncovered. The Andean caves are often associated with ceremonial use, serving as sacred spaces where the Inca and other ancient cultures performed rituals and paid homage to their gods. Some caves contain intricate carvings, altars, and remnants of offerings, suggesting they were places of spiritual significance. For example, the caves near Cusco are thought to have been used for initiation rites, where young members of the Inca elite underwent trials to prove their worthiness. These spaces were not just physical locations but gateways to the spiritual world, connecting the living with the divine. Adding to their mystique are the legends of hidden treasures concealed within these caves. Stories passed down through generations speak of vast hoards of gold, silver, and precious artifacts hidden by the Inca to protect them from Spanish conquistadors. One of the most famous tales revolves around the Cave of the Sun, said to be filled with untold riches. While many have searched for these treasures, few have succeeded, and the caves continue to guard their secrets closely. The construction and use of these caves also raise intriguing questions. How did ancient Peruvians navigate the treacherous terrain to access and modify these caverns? Some caves feature elaborate tunnels and chambers, suggesting advanced knowledge of engineering and geology. Yet, the tools and methods they used remain a mystery. Were these caves natural formations adapted for human use, or were they deliberately carved out for specific purposes? The answers remain elusive, adding another layer to their enigma. Another fascinating aspect of the Andean caves is their connection to the natural world. Many caves are aligned with celestial events such as solstices and equinoxes, hinting at their role in ancient astronomical practices. For instance, during certain times of the year, sunlight penetrates deep into the caves, illuminating specific carvings or altars. This alignment suggests that the caves were not only places of worship but also observatories where ancient Peruvians studied the heavens and marked the passage of time. The legends surrounding these caves are as varied as they are captivating. Some stories speak of supernatural guardians, spirits, or creatures that protect the caves and their treasures. Others tell of lost civilizations that once thrived within these underground labyrinths. While these tales may seem fantastical, they reflect the deep reverence and awe that the Andean caves inspire. As we explore the mysteries of the Andean caves, it's clear that they are more than just geological wonders. They are windows into the spiritual and cultural life of ancient Peru, offering glimpses of a world where the natural and the supernatural intertwined. Whether as ceremonial sites, treasure vaults, or astronomical observatories, these caves continue to challenge our understanding and fuel our curiosity. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another captivating mystery, the advanced astronomical knowledge of the Inca and how it shaped their architecture and culture. Now, shifting our gaze to the skies, we uncover the remarkable astronomical prowess of the Inca civilization. The Inca were not only master builders and engineers but also keen observers of the heavens. Their advanced understanding of celestial movements deeply influenced their architecture, culture, and daily life, leaving behind a legacy that continues to astonish scientists and historians today. One of the most striking examples of Inca astronomy is their precise alignment of structures with celestial events. The city of Cusco, the heart of the Inca Empire, was designed to mirror the constellations. Key buildings and temples were positioned to align with the rising and setting of the sun during solstices and equinoxes. For instance, the Coricancha, or Temple of the Sun, was constructed so that sunlight would illuminate specific niches and altars during these significant times of the year. This alignment was not just architectural brilliance but also a reflection of their spiritual connection to the cosmos. The Inca also used their astronomical knowledge to create an intricate calendar system. Unlike modern calendars, theirs was based on both solar and lunar cycles, allowing them to track time with remarkable accuracy. This calendar guided agricultural practices, religious ceremonies, and even political decisions. The Inti Raymi, or Festival of the Sun, was one such event timed to coincide with the winter solstice, celebrating the sun god Inti and ensuring his return to bring warmth and fertility to the land. Another fascinating aspect of Inca astronomy is their use of natural landscapes as observatories. The sacred site of Machu Picchu, for example, features structures like the Intihuatana stone, often referred to as a hitching post of the sun. This carved stone served as a solar clock, marking the changing seasons and the sun's position throughout the year. Similarly, the Temple of the Condor at Machu Picchu aligns with the constellation of the same name, further demonstrating their ability to integrate the heavens into their earthly designs. The Incas' celestial observations also extended to their road network and urban planning. Roads and pathways were often aligned with the movement of the sun, moon, and stars, creating a harmonious connection between their infrastructure and the cosmos. This alignment not only served practical purposes but also reinforced their belief in the interconnectedness of all things, earth, sky, and humanity. Despite their impressive achievements, many questions about Inca astronomy remain unanswered. How did they develop such precise knowledge without modern instruments? What role did their priests and astronomers play in interpreting celestial signs? And how did their understanding of the stars influence their worldview and governance? These mysteries continue to intrigue researchers, offering a glimpse into a civilization that saw the heavens as both a guide and a divine force. As we marvel at the Incas' celestial mastery, it's clear that their astronomical knowledge was more than just a scientific endeavor. It was a profound expression of their culture and spirituality. Their ability to harmonize the earthly and the celestial remains a testament to their ingenuity and reverence for the natural world. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another captivating enigma, the legends of giant beings in ancient Peru and the archaeological evidence that fuels these stories. Now, as we step into the realm of myth and mystery, we encounter the fascinating legends of the Andean giants. Stories of towering beings have been woven into the fabric of ancient Peruvian culture for centuries, passed down through generations and etched into the collective memory of the region. These tales describe beings of immense size and strength, said to have walked the earth long before the rise of the Incan Empire. But are these legends merely folklore, or could they hold a kernel of truth? Archaeological discoveries have added fuel to these ancient stories. In the early 20th century, reports emerged of unusually large skeletal remains found in various parts of Peru. Some of these bones, measuring well over 7 feet in length, were unearthed in the coastal regions and highlands, sparking debates among researchers. Could these remains belong to the giants of legend, or are they simply the result of natural variations in human anatomy? The truth remains elusive, but the findings have undeniably reignited interest in these age-old tales. The legends themselves are rich with detail. According to some accounts, these giants were not only physically imposing but also possessed extraordinary abilities. They were said to have built massive stone structures, some of which still stand today, defying explanation. The precision and scale of these constructions have led some to speculate whether the giants had access to advanced knowledge or technology lost to time. Others suggest that these stories might be symbolic, representing the awe-inspiring power of nature or the achievements of early human civilizations. One of the most intriguing aspects of these legends is their connection to specific sites. For example, the Paracas Peninsula, known for its enigmatic geoglyphs and ancient tombs, is also linked to stories of giants. Local lore claims that the region was once inhabited by these colossal beings, who left behind not only their physical remains but also their cultural imprint. Similarly, the ruins of Tiwanaku near Lake Titicaca have been associated with tales of giants who supposedly laid the foundations of this ancient city. Despite the compelling nature of these stories, the scientific community remains divided. Skeptics argue that the legends are likely exaggerations or misinterpretations of archaeological findings. They point out that many of the so-called giant bones have been lost or misidentified over time, making it difficult to verify their authenticity. On the other hand, proponents of the giant theory argue that the consistency of these legends across different cultures and regions suggests a deeper historical truth waiting to be uncovered. As we ponder the mystery of the Andean giants, we are reminded of the enduring power of storytelling. Whether these beings were real or symbolic, their legends continue to captivate our imagination, inviting us to explore the boundaries between myth and history. With this in mind, let's turn our attention to another marvel of ancient Peru: the sophisticated water management systems of the Inca and the unanswered questions surrounding their engineering brilliance. Shifting our focus from the towering legends of the Andean giants, we now turn to a marvel of practical ingenuity: the Inca water management systems. These ancient networks, which still inspire awe today, showcase a level of engineering brilliance that rivals even modern technology. The Inca, masters of their environment, developed intricate systems to control and distribute water across their vast empire, ensuring the survival and prosperity of their people in the challenging terrain of the Andes. At the heart of this mystery lies the question of how the Inca achieved such precision without the tools and knowledge we take for granted today. Their aqueducts, canals, and fountains were designed with an almost supernatural understanding of hydrology. One of the most remarkable examples is the terraced agricultural systems, such as those found at Moray and Pisac. These terraces not only prevented soil erosion, but also allowed for the efficient distribution of water across steep slopes, creating microclimates that supported diverse crops. How did the Inca calculate the exact angles and gradients needed to make these systems work so flawlessly? The answer remains elusive. Another fascinating aspect of Inca water management is their use of natural springs and underground channels. In the sacred city of Machu Picchu, for instance, a complex network of stone channels and fountains ensured a steady supply of fresh water to its inhabitants. The precision with which these channels were carved and aligned suggests a deep understanding of both geology and hydraulics. Yet, the tools and techniques they used to achieve such accuracy are still a subject of debate among researchers. Did they possess knowledge that has since been lost, or were they simply unparalleled observers of their environment? The Inca also demonstrated remarkable foresight in their water storage systems. Large reservoirs, known as coches, were strategically placed to collect and store rainwater, ensuring a reliable supply during dry seasons. These reservoirs were often connected to extensive canal networks, allowing water to be distributed over great distances. The engineering behind these systems raises intriguing questions about how the Inca planned and executed such large-scale projects without written records or modern machinery. Despite the brilliance of their designs, many aspects of Inca water management remain shrouded in mystery. For example, how did they maintain and repair these systems over time? The sheer scale of their networks suggests a highly organized society with specialized roles, but the specifics of their maintenance practices are still unclear. Additionally, the symbolic and spiritual significance of water in Inca culture adds another layer of complexity. Was their mastery of water management purely practical, or did it also reflect a deeper connection to their environment and cosmology? As we marvel at the sophistication of Inca water systems, we are left with more questions than answers. Their ability to harness and control water in such a challenging landscape stands as a testament to their ingenuity and resourcefulness. Yet, the secrets of their methods continue to elude us, inviting further exploration and discovery. With this in mind, let's move forward to another enigma of ancient Peru: the lesser-known pyramids that dot its landscape and the mysteries surrounding their construction and purpose. Now, as we venture deeper into the mysteries of ancient Peru, we come across a lesser-known yet equally fascinating enigma: the Andean pyramids. Scattered across the landscape, these structures stand as silent witnesses to a civilization that thrived long before the Inca. Unlike the iconic pyramids of Egypt, the Andean pyramids are often overlooked, yet they hold secrets that challenge our understanding of ancient engineering and culture. One of the most intriguing examples is the Pyramid of Caral, often referred to as the oldest city in the Americas. Dating back over 5,000 years, Caral's pyramids were built using a technique known as shikra, where stones were placed in mesh bags made of reeds and stacked to form the structure. This method not only provided stability but also allowed the pyramids to withstand earthquakes, a testament to the ingenuity of their builders. But why did the people of Caral invest so much effort into constructing these massive structures? Some researchers believe they served as ceremonial centers, while others suggest they were symbols of power and authority. The true purpose remains a puzzle. Further south in the Lambayeque region lies the pyramid complex of Tucumán, known as the Valley of the Pyramids. This site features 26 adobe pyramids, some reaching heights of over 100 feet. The sheer scale of Tucumán raises questions about the resources and labor required to build such a complex. Were these pyramids used for religious rituals, administrative purposes, or perhaps as astronomical observatories? The layers of ash and burnt offerings found at the site hint at a connection to fire rituals, but the full story behind their construction and use is still unclear. Another remarkable example is the Pyramid of El Paraíso, located near Lima. Built around 3,700 years ago, this structure is one of the earliest examples of monumental architecture in the Americas. Its design, featuring a series of platforms and plazas, suggests it may have been a gathering place for large communities. Yet, the absence of written records leaves us guessing about the ceremonies or events that took place here. Was it a site for trade, worship, or political gatherings? The answers lie buried beneath the sands of time. What makes the Andean pyramids even more mysterious is their alignment with celestial events. Many of these structures are oriented to coincide with solstices or equinoxes, suggesting a deep understanding of astronomy. For instance, the pyramid at Chavín de Huántar is aligned with the rising sun during the winter solstice, a phenomenon that would have held great significance for its builders. But how did these ancient cultures achieve such precise alignments without modern instruments? This question continues to baffle researchers. The construction techniques used in these pyramids also defy explanation. The precision with which stones were cut and fitted, the use of materials like adobe and shikra, and the ability to build on such a massive scale without modern tools all point to a level of sophistication that challenges our assumptions about ancient societies. Were these techniques passed down through generations, or did they emerge independently in different regions? The lack of written records makes it difficult to trace the origins of this knowledge. As we explore the Andean pyramids, we are reminded that these structures are more than just architectural marvels. They are windows into the beliefs, practices, and daily lives of the people who built them. Each pyramid tells a story, but the language in which it is written remains a mystery. What we do know is that these ancient builders possessed a remarkable ability to shape their environment and leave a lasting legacy. And as we move forward, we'll uncover yet another layer of Peru's enigmatic past, the evidence of human sacrifice in Inca culture, and the unanswered questions surrounding its rituals and significance. Now, as we turn our attention to another haunting mystery of ancient Peru, we delve into the enigmatic world of Inca sacrifice. The Inca civilization, known for its grandeur and sophistication, also practiced rituals that were both awe-inspiring and unsettling. Among these, human sacrifice stands out as one of the most debated and misunderstood aspects of their culture. What drove the Inca to perform such rituals, and what do these practices reveal about their beliefs and society? The most famous evidence of Inca sacrifice comes from the high-altitude sites in the Andes, where the remains of children and young adults have been discovered. These individuals, often referred to as capacocha sacrifices, were chosen for their purity and beauty. they were taken on long journeys to sacred mountains where they were offered to the gods in elaborate ceremonies. The discovery of these mummies, preserved by the freezing temperatures, has provided researchers with invaluable insights into the rituals. But why were these sacrifices made? Some scholars believe they were acts of devotion, meant to appease the gods and ensure the prosperity of the empire. Others suggest they were tied to significant events, such as the death of an emperor or a natural disaster. One of the most striking examples is the discovery of the Ice Maiden, a young girl found on Mount Ampoto. Her perfectly preserved body, adorned with fine textiles and ceremonial objects, offers a glimpse into the meticulous preparation that went into these sacrifices. The artifacts buried with her suggest she was of high status, possibly chosen to represent her community in this sacred act. Yet, the question remains, what was the ultimate purpose of her sacrifice? Was it a plea for fertility, a way to honor the gods, or a means of maintaining cosmic balance? The answers remain elusive. Another intriguing aspect of Inca sacrifice is its connection to astronomy and the natural world. Many sacrificial sites are aligned with celestial events such as solstices or equinoxes, suggesting a deep understanding of the cosmos. For instance, the sanctuary of Lulaloco, the highest archaeological site in the world, is aligned with the rising sun during the winter solstice. This alignment hints at a belief system where human life was intertwined with the cycles of the universe. But how did the Inca reconcile the act of sacrifice with their reverence for life? This paradox continues to puzzle researchers. The methods of sacrifice also raise questions. While some victims were given chicha, a fermented drink, and left to succumb to the cold, others may have been strangled or struck on the head. The choice of method likely depended on the specific ritual and the individual's role within it. Yet, the reasons behind these variations remain unclear. Were they influenced by regional customs, the nature of the offering, or the gods being honored? The lack of written records leaves much to interpretation. What makes the mystery of Inca sacrifice even more compelling is its contrast with other aspects of their culture. The Inca were master builders, skilled farmers, and innovative engineers, yet they also practiced rituals that seem at odds with their achievements. This duality challenges our understanding of their worldview and forces us to reconsider the complexities of ancient societies. Were these sacrifices seen as necessary acts of devotion, or were they driven by fear and superstition? The truth may lie somewhere in between. As we reflect on the evidence of Inca sacrifice, we are reminded of the profound ways in which ancient cultures sought to connect with the divine. These rituals, though difficult to comprehend, offer a window into the beliefs and values that shaped the Inca Empire. And as we continue our journey through the mysteries of ancient Peru, we'll uncover yet another layer of this fascinating civilization, the advanced metalworking techniques that remain a testament to their ingenuity and skill. Shifting our focus now, we uncover another remarkable aspect of ancient Peru, the extraordinary metalworking techniques of the Andean civilizations. The precision and artistry of their metalwork have left archaeologists and historians in awe, raising questions about how such advanced craftsmanship was achieved without modern tools or technology. The Inca and their predecessors were masters of metallurgy, creating intricate objects from gold, silver, and copper. These metals were not only used for practical purposes, but also held deep spiritual and cultural significance. Among their most famous creations are the finely crafted jewelry, ceremonial knives, and elaborate ornaments that adorn temples and elite individuals. The level of detail in these pieces is astonishing, with some featuring patterns and designs so intricate that they rival modern craftsmanship. But how did they achieve such precision? One of the most fascinating aspects of Andean metalwork is the technique known as lost wax casting. This method involved creating a wax model of the desired object, covering it in clay, and then heating it until the wax melted away, leaving a mold. Molten metal was then poured into the mold, producing a highly detailed final product. This technique allowed artisans to create complex shapes and delicate designs that would have been nearly impossible to achieve through other means. Yet the question remains, how did they perfect this method without the tools we have today? Another mystery lies in the alloys they created. The Inca and other Andean cultures developed unique combinations of metals such as tumbaga, a blend of gold and copper. This alloy was not only beautiful but also more durable than pure gold, making it ideal for both decorative and functional items. The process of creating these alloys required a deep understanding of metallurgy, including precise control over temperature and composition. How did they acquire this knowledge, and what tools did they use to achieve such consistency? The purpose of these metal objects also adds to the intrigue. Many were used in religious ceremonies or as offerings to the gods, suggesting that metalwork was deeply intertwined with their spiritual beliefs. For example, the famous golden sun disk, or inti, symbolized the Inca sun god and was central to their cosmology. Similarly, the ceremonial knives known as tumis were used in rituals and sacrifices, highlighting the sacred role of metal in their culture. But what inspired these designs, and how were they imbued with such symbolic meaning? The tools used by Andean metalworkers are another source of fascination. While some tools such as hammers and chisels have been discovered, the exact methods they employed remain unclear. For instance, how did they achieve such smooth surfaces and precise engravings without the use of modern polishing or engraving tools? Some researchers suggest that they may have used natural abrasives or even plant-based acids to refine their work, but definitive evidence is scarce. What makes the mystery of Andean metalwork even more compelling is its contrast with the broader technological limitations of the time. While the Inca lacked the wheel or iron tools, their metalworking skills were unparalleled. This raises questions about the sources of their knowledge and the extent of their experimentation. Were these techniques passed down through generations, or did they develop independently through trial and error? The answers remain shrouded in mystery. As we marvel at the beauty and complexity of Andean metalwork, we are reminded of the ingenuity and creativity of ancient civilizations. These objects not only showcase their technical skill, but also offer a glimpse into their beliefs, values, and way of life. And as we continue our exploration of ancient Peru, we'll turn our attention to another captivating mystery, the intricate calendar system of the Inca and its connection to their understanding of time and the cosmos. Now, let's turn our attention to the skies and the remarkable way the Inca measured time. The Inca calendar system stands as one of the most intriguing mysteries of ancient Peru, blending astronomy, agriculture, and spirituality into a complex framework that guided their daily lives. Unlike modern calendars, the Inca system was deeply tied to the natural world, reflecting their profound connection to the cosmos and the cycles of the earth. At the heart of the Inca calendar was their understanding of celestial movements. They observed the sun, moon, and stars with remarkable precision, using these observations to create a calendar that aligned with the agricultural seasons. The Inca divided their year into 12 months, each corresponding to specific festivals, rituals, and farming activities. This system ensured that they could plant, harvest, and celebrate at the optimal times, showcasing their advanced knowledge of astronomy and its practical applications. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Inca calendar is its accuracy. Without telescopes or advanced instruments, the Inca managed to track the solstices and equinoxes with incredible precision. They built structures like the Coricancha in Cusco, which served as both a temple and an astronomical observatory. The alignment of its walls and windows with the sun's movements during key solar events highlights their sophisticated understanding of celestial patterns. But how did they achieve such accuracy, and what tools or methods did they use to make these calculations? The Inca also relied on a unique system of markers and pillars known as sucancas to track the sun's position throughout the year. These stone structures were placed on hilltops and used to mark the sun's rising and setting points during solstices and equinoxes. By observing the shadows cast by these pillars, the Inca could determine the changing seasons and adjust their calendar accordingly. This method demonstrates their ingenuity, but it also raises questions about how they developed such a precise system and whether it was influenced by earlier cultures. Another layer of mystery surrounds the spiritual significance of the Inca calendar. For the Inca, time was not just a practical tool but a sacred concept intertwined with their cosmology. The calendar was closely linked to their worship of Inti, the sun god, and other deities who govern the natural world. Festivals like Inti Raymi, the festival of the sun, were timed according to the calendar and celebrated the sun's life-giving power. This blending of science and spirituality adds depth to the mystery, as it suggests that the calendar was more than just a way to measure time. It was a reflection of their worldview. Despite our understanding of the Inca calendar's structure and purpose, many questions remain unanswered. How did they pass down their astronomical knowledge without a written language? Were their methods influenced by earlier civilizations, or did they develop them independently? And what role did the calendar play in their eventual decline? These questions continue to puzzle researchers, reminding us that the Inca calendar is not just a relic of the past, but a window into a civilization that saw time as both a practical and sacred force. As we reflect on the Inca calendar, we're reminded of the ingenuity and wisdom of a culture that harmonized science, nature, and spirituality. Their ability to measure time with such precision without the tools we rely on today is a testament to their brilliance. And as we continue our journey through the mysteries of ancient Peru, we'll explore another enigma that challenges our understanding of this remarkable civilization: the intricate textiles that tell stories of their artistry and identity. Now, shifting our focus from the celestial to the tangible, we delve into the world of Andean textiles, a realm where artistry, identity, and mystery intertwine. The textiles of ancient Peru are not just fabrics, they are masterpieces of craftsmanship that tell stories of a civilization's beliefs, social structure, and connection to the natural world. Woven with precision and imbued with symbolism, these textiles are among the most enduring legacies of the Andean people. The complexity of Andean textiles is staggering. Using techniques that remain unmatched even today, ancient weavers created intricate patterns and vibrant colors that have survived for centuries. These textiles were more than just clothing, they were a form of communication. Through symbols, colors, and designs, they conveyed information about a person's status, lineage, and even their role in society. For example, certain patterns were reserved for royalty or religious leaders, while others told stories of myths and legends. But how did they achieve such precision without modern tools, and what secrets did their techniques hold? One of the most remarkable aspects of Andean textiles is their durability. Despite being hundreds and in some cases thousands of years old, many of these fabrics remain intact, their colors still vivid. This longevity is a testament to the skill of the weavers and the quality of the materials they used. Natural dyes made from plants, minerals, and even insects were employed to create a palette of colors that has stood the test of time. Yet, the exact recipes for these dyes and the methods used to fix them into the fabric remain a mystery. How did they achieve such vibrant and lasting colors, and what knowledge has been lost over the centuries? The production of these textiles was also deeply tied to the spiritual and cultural life of the Andean people. Weaving was not just a practical skill but a sacred act, often performed by women who were seen as the keepers of tradition. The process itself was imbued with ritual, from the selection of materials to the final creation of the fabric. Some textiles were even believed to have protective or magical properties, used in ceremonies or as offerings to the gods. This spiritual dimension adds another layer of intrigue to the mystery of their creation. Despite the wealth of knowledge we have about Andean textiles, many questions remain unanswered. How did they develop such advanced weaving techniques, and were these methods influenced by earlier cultures? What tools did they use to create such intricate designs, and how were these skills passed down through generations? And perhaps most intriguingly, what stories and meanings are encoded in the patterns and symbols that we have yet to fully decipher? As we marvel at the beauty and complexity of Andean textiles, we are reminded of the ingenuity and creativity of a civilization that saw art as a vital part of life. These fabrics are not just relics of the past, they are windows into a world where every thread told a story. And as we continue our exploration of ancient Peru's mysteries, we turn next to another enigma that reveals the depth of their knowledge, the advanced medical practices that sustained their society. Now, as we step into the realm of health and healing, we uncover another fascinating mystery of ancient Peru, the advanced medical knowledge of the Inca. Their understanding of medicine was far ahead of its time, blending practical techniques with spiritual beliefs to create a holistic approach to healing. From surgical procedures to herbal remedies, the Inca demonstrated a remarkable grasp of the human body and its ailments, leaving behind a legacy that continues to baffle scientists today. One of the most astonishing aspects of Inca medicine was their skill in surgery. Evidence suggests that they performed trepanation, a procedure where holes were drilled into the skull to treat injuries, relieve pressure, or even address mental illnesses. What's truly remarkable is that many patients survived these operations, as indicated by the signs of healing found on ancient skulls. How did the Inca develop such precise surgical techniques without modern tools or anesthesia? And what knowledge allowed them to minimize infection and ensure recovery in an era long before antibiotics? Equally impressive was their use of natural remedies. The Inca had an extensive knowledge of medicinal plants, many of which are still used in traditional medicine today. They harnessed the healing properties of herbs like coca, quinine, and muña to treat everything from pain and inflammation to digestive issues and infections. Some of these plants were so effective that they later became staples in modern medicine. Yet, the full extent of their botanical knowledge remains a mystery. How did they identify the medicinal properties of these plants, and what other remedies have been lost to time? The spiritual dimension of Inca medicine adds another layer of intrigue. Healing was not just a physical process but a deeply spiritual one, often involving rituals, offerings, and the guidance of shamans. Illness was believed to be caused by imbalances in the body or disruptions in one's connection to the natural and spiritual worlds. Shamans played a crucial role in diagnosing and treating these imbalances, using a combination of herbs, prayers, and ceremonies. This integration of science and spirituality raises questions about how the Inca viewed the relationship between the body, mind, and spirit, and whether their holistic approach holds lessons for modern medicine. Despite the advancements in our understanding of Inca medicine, many questions remain unanswered. How did they train their healers, and what methods were used to pass down this knowledge? What role did experimentation and observation play in their medical practices? And perhaps most intriguingly, what other medical breakthroughs might they have achieved that we have yet to discover? As we reflect on the ingenuity of Inca medicine, we are reminded of a civilization that saw health as a harmony between the physical and the spiritual. Their practices challenge us to rethink the boundaries of ancient knowledge and inspire us to explore the untapped potential of traditional healing. And as we continue our journey through the mysteries of ancient Peru, we turn next to the rich tapestry of Andean legend stories that not only entertained but also preserved the wisdom and values of a remarkable culture. Now, as we venture into the realm of storytelling and myth, we uncover the final mystery of ancient Peru, the enduring power of Andean legends. These tales, passed down through generations, are more than just stories. They are windows into the beliefs, values, and mysteries of a civilization that thrived in harmony with the natural and spiritual worlds. From gods and heroes to cosmic battles and sacred rituals, Andean mythology offers a glimpse into how the Inca and their predecessors made sense of the world around them. One of the most captivating legends is that of Viracocha, the creator god who emerged from the waters of Lake Titicaca to bring light and life to the world. According to the myth, Viracocha shaped the land, the stars, and humanity itself, teaching people the arts of civilization before vanishing into the ocean. This story not only reflects the Incas' reverence for water and creation, but also raises intriguing questions. Could this legend be a memory of an ancient event or a visitor from another world? And how did such a complex narrative survive for centuries without written records? Equally fascinating are the tales of the Ayar siblings, the legendary founders of the Inca Empire. These four brothers and their sisters emerged from a cave, carrying a golden staff that would guide them to the site of their future capital, Cusco. Along the way, they faced trials, betrayals, and transformations, embodying themes of unity, destiny, and the divine right to rule. These stories served as both a moral compass and a justification for Inca authority, blending history with myth in a way that continues to captivate historians and storytellers alike. The Andean legends also reveal a deep connection to the natural world. Mountains, rivers, and celestial bodies were often personified as gods or spirits, reflecting the Incas' belief in a living, interconnected universe. For example, Inti, the sun god, was not only a source of light and warmth but also a symbol of life and prosperity. Similarly, Pachamama, the Earth Mother, was revered as the giver of fertility and sustenance. These myths remind us of the Incas' profound respect for nature and their efforts to live in balance with it, a lesson that resonates deeply in our modern world. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of these legends is their connection to the unsolved mysteries we've explored throughout this video. Could the stories of Viracocha and the Ayar siblings hold clues to the origins of the Inca civilization? Might the reverence for celestial bodies explain the precision of their astronomical knowledge? And could the tales of hidden cities and treasures, like the legend of Paititi, point to real archaeological discoveries waiting to be made? As we reflect on the rich tapestry of Andean legends, we are reminded that myths are more than just entertainment. They are a bridge between the past and the present, offering insights into the minds and hearts of those who came before us. These stories continue to inspire explorers, scholars, and dreamers, urging us to look beyond the surface and seek the deeper truths that lie hidden in the shadows of history. And so, as we conclude our journey through the mysteries of ancient Peru, we are left with a sense of wonder and a call to keep exploring, for the past still has much to teach us. As we bring our journey through the mysteries of ancient Peru to a close, it's impossible not to marvel at the sheer depth of intrigue these enigmas hold. From the sprawling Nazca Lines etched into the desert to the towering stone walls of Sacsayhuaman, each mystery offers a tantalizing glimpse into a civilization that mastered art, architecture, and astronomy in ways we are still struggling to fully understand. The precision of Inca stonework, the legends of hidden cities like Paititi, and the advanced knowledge of the Chachapoya cloud warriors all remind us that ancient Peru was a place of extraordinary innovation and spirituality. Yet, despite centuries of research, these mysteries remain unsolved, challenging scientists and historians to keep searching for answers. What makes these ancient wonders even more fascinating is how they continue to spark curiosity and debate. Were the Nazca Lines meant to communicate with the gods or extraterrestrial beings? How did the Inca transport and fit massive stones with such precision? And what secrets lie hidden in the tunnels beneath the Andes? These questions not only fuel our imagination, but also drive ongoing exploration and discovery. Every new find brings us closer to unraveling the truths of this remarkable civilization. Yet the mysteries persist, reminding us that history is far from a closed book. As we reflect on these 25 unsolved enigmas, it's clear that ancient Peru holds a unique place in the story of human achievement. Its mysteries are not just puzzles to be solved, but windows into a world where science, spirituality, and artistry intertwined in ways that still inspire awe today. And while we may never fully uncover all the secrets of this ancient land, the journey of discovery is as rewarding as the answers themselves. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. What do you think about these mysteries? Do you have a theory about the purpose of the Nazca Lines or the location of the lost city of Paititi? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your ideas and insights. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of ancient Peru, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an exploration into the fascinating world of history's greatest enigmas. Until next time, keep wondering, keep exploring, and remember the past is always waiting to reveal its secrets.